Hello, everyone. I know you all know who this is. This is Mr. Kilpatrick. Kwame Kilpatrick is his name, and he's the mayor of Detroit. Yes, Detroit, Michigan, the city that's always getting downrated on the crime, money being spent from people like this, Kwame Kilpatrick, which I was behind him at one point in time. But now he's making Detroit go down and down even more because now Detroit is about to be out of $6.5 million now. Because everyone that hasn't been looking, this officer right here, this officer right here, Mr. Brown, Mr. Nelthrop, they was awarded, Mr. Brown was awarded 3.5 million, Mr. Nelthrop 2.9 million, coming from out of the taxpayers' money. And you know, Kwame, it's time for you to go. You are just worried about the outer city. The inner city is what you need to be concerned about. It's fucked up in Detroit, and you're making it even worse. Taxpayers are mad at you. Do you see right here? You see that? Everyone, you see that? This is what the taxpayers is getting ready to come out of. Ex-Deputy Police Chief Gary Brown, economy loss in his date. $300,000. See that? Emotional distress, 1.5 million. Future economic loss, 1.8 million. You see that? Total 3.6 million. Man, former officer Harold Nelthrop. You see that? Y'all see that? $2.9 million. Economic loss to date, 40,000. Distress, 1.3 million. Future economic loss, economic loss, $360,000. Future emotional distress, $1.2 million, a total of $2.9 million. All because of you, Kwame Kilpatrick. It's time for you to step down. You're making it even more and more. Detroit is getting so far on this map of being a bad city, and you making it even harder. You supposed to be our mayor. Now I want to know, what do our people out there in Detroit think about your mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick? What are you going to do? Are you going to put him in there in the seat again? Or are you going to let him go? It's time for you to go, because everyone is leaving Detroit because it's so fucked up. People need to come and see how the inner city need to be fixed up. All these abandoned houses burnt down. One whole street look like it need to be tore down. And you're making it even more harder for these taxpayers. Now their taxes is getting ready to go up. And you got a lot of people, more people, is leaving Detroit more and more. Some people burning their houses down because they can't get no one to buy their home. They don't want people to live in their homes and rent them because they think the people going to fuck it up. Because of you, Kwame Kilpatrick. You're making it even more harder for your Detroiters. So what are you going to do, Mr. Kilpatrick, now that you got to pay these former police officers $6.5 million? What are you going to do, Detroiters? Are you going to let them stay here and run Detroit and just make it even go downhill even more? Mr. Kilpatrick, I was once behind you, but you suck. You're making Detroit go down even more. So for everyone, if you want to comment on this, I would like to know, what do you think about your mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick? Huh? You're not so good anymore, huh, Mr. Kilpatrick? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Mr. Kilpatrick? It's time for you to go, you sucker. It's time for you to get out of there. It's time for you to go. So what are you gonna do? Get the hell out, Mr. Kilpatrick. It's time for you to go. Quit spending the money, doing what you want to do with your family. Quit sitting up here making Detroit even look badder and badder. So you need to get it together, all right?